What if I told you Cristiano Ronaldo scored his 958th career goal and it still wasn't enough? The stadium exploded, history was made, and Al Nassr finally had momentum, but one shocking mistake flipped everything upside down and sent their title dreams into free fall. How can a team have the greatest goal scorer alive and still watch the season slip away? In this video, we break down the hidden problem behind Al Nassr's collapse and the one decision that could change everything, but only if they act in time. We'll explain everything in this video step by step. Don't skit. Cristiano Ronaldo does it again. Goal number 958. Yes, you heard that right. 958. The man simply refuses to slow down. At an age when most players are counting memories, Ronaldo is still counting goals, rising above defenders, powering that header and reminding the world that gravity still hasn't figured him out. The stadium erupts, teammates rush in, arms spread wide. It feels like that moment, the moment Al Nassr needed, the moment that could reignite a fading title charge. Ronaldo stares into the crowd, fired up, chest out, eyes blazing. This is leadership, this is hunger, this is CR7. But football, oh football, it never reads the script. Just when Al Nassr looked ready to take control, disaster strikes, and it comes from the one position you least expect. A routine situation, no pressure, no danger, and then the blunder. A split second of hesitation, a misjudged touch, and suddenly the ball is in the back of the net. Silence, absolute disbelief. You could almost hear the collective gasp echo across the stadium. Ronaldo turns, hands on hips. That look says everything. He's done his job again. But football is cruel, and one mistake can undo 90 minutes of effort. From that moment, the energy shifts. Al Nassr push forward desperately, throwing bodies into attacks, chasing shadows, chasing hope. Ronaldo keeps demanding the ball, pointing, pressing, leading, refusing to accept the reality creeping in. Another chance flashes wide. Another cross just misses. Time ticks away like a countdown clock to heartbreak. And when the final whistle blows, it's a brutal truth to swallow. Yes, Ronaldo scores his 958th career goal, adding another chapter to a legendary story that refuses to end. But Al Nassr's title hopes, they take a massive hit, one moment of brilliance, overshadowed by one moment of madness. This is football at its most dramatic, glory and pain sharing the same pitch. Ronaldo marches on, history still chasing him, while Al Nassr are left asking the hardest question of all: how many goals are enough when one mistake changes everything? Cristiano Ronaldo reaching his 958th career goal is not just another statistic added to an already crowded record book. It is a loud statement that time, age, pressure, and expectations still bow to his relentless ambition. Every time the number climbs, it feels unreal, almost exaggerated, yet there he is again, finding space where none exists, reading the moment before everyone else, and striking with the same hunger that defined his earliest years. This goal carries the weight of decades of countless nights under floodlights of criticism, praise, doubt, and belief all colliding in one decisive touch. It is the kind of milestone that forces even his loudest critics to pause and acknowledge that what they are witnessing is not normal sporting behaviour, but a phenomenon that keeps rewriting its own limits. The beauty of this goal lies not only in how it was scored, but in what it represents at this stage of his journey. Ronaldo no longer plays to prove potential. He plays to protect a legacy that grows heavier with every appearance. Defenders know what is coming. Goalkeepers study him endlessly. Analysts break down every movement, yet he still arrives at the right place at the right time. That instinct cannot be coached, cannot be downloaded, cannot be replaced. It is built through years of obsession, discipline, and refusal to settle. When the ball finds him, there is a sense of inevitability, a collective inhale from the crowd, because history has taught them that this is where damage happens. Scoring a 958th career goal also highlights the sheer durability behind the numbers. This is a player who has adapted across leagues, systems, teammates, and eras of football. From explosive winger to complete forward to penalty box predator, the evolution has been constant, calculated, and ruthless. The goal is a reminder that Ronaldo does not rely on nostalgia, he relies on preparation. His body language after scoring does not scream surprise, it screams expectation. As if this outcome was always part of the plan. That mentality separates elite players from immortal ones. The belief that moments like this are not miracles but responsibilities. There is also an emotional undercurrent to this milestone that cannot be ignored. Every goal now feels like a race against time, a personal duel with history itself. Fans watching understand that they are witnessing the final chapters of something extraordinary, and each goal becomes more valuable because it cannot be replaced. Younger stars may shine brighter in flashes, but consistency at this level over this many years is rare to the point of being untouchable. The 958th goal stands as evidence that greatness is not a single peak, but a mountain range built over a lifetime. In the context of the match, the goal injects belief, energy, and purpose into everything around him. Teammates feed off it, opponents feel the pressure of being part of another historic night, and the stadium reacts not just to a scorely, a change, but to a moment that will be replayed, shared, and debated long after the final whistle. Ronaldo scoring is never just about 1 point on the board. It is about reaffirming an identity built on relentless excellence, unmatched ambition, and a refusal to fade quietly into the background of football history. When Al Nassr find the breakthrough through Cristiano Ronaldo's goal, the entire rhythm of the match shifts in an instant, as if someone has turned up the volume on belief across the pitch. The players move with sharper intent, passes travel quicker, and the crowd senses that this could be the turning point in a season filled with pressure and expectation. For a brief but powerful moment, the weight that has hung over Al Nassr's title challenge begins to lift, replaced by the familiar confidence that comes when their biggest star delivers at the exact moment he is needed most. It is not just a goal, it is a signal, a reminder that as long as Ronaldo is on the field, hope remains alive. The impact of that goal goes beyond the scoreboard because Al Nassr have been searching for momentum, something tangible to hold on to in the tight and unforgiving title race. One strike from Ronaldo suddenly reconnects the team to its original ambition. The idea that this season is still within reach if they can seize control of moments like this. Midfielders push higher, fullbacks overlap with more bravery, and the pressing becomes more aggressive, driven by the sense that the game is there to be taken. The opposition feel it immediately, dropping deeper, becoming cautious, aware that one more lapse could open the door to a complete swing in the contest. Emotion plays a massive role in this resurgence, and Ronaldo's presence amplifies it. His celebration, his gestures, the way he demands focus and urgency from those around him, all contribute to the atmosphere of a team awakening. Al Nassr have spent stretches of the season questioning themselves, struggling to maintain consistency, but moments like this remind them of their ceiling. The goal acts like a spark in dry grass, spreading belief through every line of the team, convincing them that the title race is not slipping away just yet. Even the crowd becomes an active participant, roaring louder, pushing the players forward with every touch. Tactically, the goal allows Al Nassr to impose themselves rather than react. With momentum on their side, they can dictate tempo, hold possession with purpose, and force the opposition to chase rather than build. This shift is crucial in a league where confidence often decides matches, and Ronaldo's goal becomes the emotional anchor for that confidence. Every attack feels more dangerous, every defensive action more determined, because the team believes their effort is being rewarded. It is in these moments that title contenders separate themselves, using momentum to suffocate doubt before it has time to grow. Yet underlying this surge is an unspoken awareness of how fragile it all is. Al Nassr know that their margin for error is thin, that one mistake can undo all the hard work that follows a goal like this, that awareness sharpens their focus but also adds tension because sustaining momentum requires discipline as much as passion. Ronaldo's goal does not guarantee success, but it opens a door that had been slowly closing, offering a glimpse of what is still possible if they can protect their belief and turn this moment into a sustained run of control in a season that continues to test their resilience and ambition. The goalkeeper's blunder arrives like a sudden crack in the foundation, shocking everyone because of how unnecessary and avoidable it feels. In a match already balanced on emotion and pressure, this single mistake explodes into a moment that changes everything. What should have been routine becomes unforgettable for all the wrong reasons, and in that split second, confidence drains from the team as quickly as it had surged moments earlier. The ball slips away, the timing is off, and before anyone can react, the damage is done, turning a manageable situation into a nightmare scenario that no tactical plan can immediately fix. For a goalkeeper, errors are magnified in a way few other positions experience, and this one carries the weight of a season. There is no hiding place, no teammate to share the blame, just the brutal clarity of a mistake that leads directly to punishment. The stadium's noise transforms not into but into stunned disbelief. the kind of silence that speaks louder than boos. Defenders turn back in frustration, midfielders stop dead in their tracks, and the keeper himself stands frozen, knowing that one lapse has shifted the narrative of the entire match. The psychological impact of the blunder ripples through Al Nassr almost instantly. Players who moments ago were pressing with confidence now hesitate, second-guessing passes and positioning. That brief pause in decision-making is all the opposition need to grow bolder, sensing vulnerability where there was once control. Football is a game of moments, and this becomes one of those defining flashes where momentum swings violently, dragging belief with it. The opposition do not just score, they gain permission to believe, to push higher, to test the defence with renewed aggression. What makes the blunder even more painful is its timing. Coming after a surge of momentum sparked by Ronaldo's goal, it feels like a betrayal of effort, as if the team's hard work has been wiped away in an instant. Ronaldo's reaction tells its own story, hands on hips, eyes fixed, a mix of frustration and disbelief that mirrors what every fan is feeling. He has delivered, the team has responded, and yet football finds a way to punish them through the smallest of cracks. It is a reminder that at this level, concentration must be absolute from the first whistle to the last. Moments like this often linger far beyond the final result embedded themselves into the collective memory of a season. Teammates will replay it in their minds, wondering what could have been done differently, while the goalkeeper faces the harsh reality of knowing that redemption can only come through time and consistency. The coaching staff must manage not just tactics but emotions, ensuring that one mistake does not spiral into a series of errors driven by fear. In title races, these moments become reference points, the games everyone points to when explaining how momentum was lost. The cruelty of football is that it offers no pause for reflection, no chance to rewind and correct the error. The match continues, the pressure intensifies, and the team must find a way to respond while carrying the weight of that mistake on their shoulders. The blunder becomes more than a goal conceded. It becomes a test of character, resilience, and mental strength, exposing how thin the line truly is between control and chaos in a season defined by high expectations and relentless scrutiny. Al Nassr's title ambitions take a heavy blow as the final outcome settles in, not because of a lack of effort or star power, but because football once again proves how unforgiving the margins can be. Despite Cristiano Ronaldo's individual brilliance lighting up the night, the bigger picture becomes painfully clear as points slip away at a stage of the season where perfection is almost required. The reality of a title race is ruthless, and drop points echo louder than victories, especially when rivals are waiting eagerly to capitalise on every stumble. This result feels less like a single bad night and more like a chapter in a season where promise and frustration have collided repeatedly. The emotional contrast is striking, with Ronaldo standing as a symbol of relentless excellence while the team around him grapples with inconsistency. His goal should have been a foundation to build on, a moment that propels Al Nassr forward with renewed conviction, yet the outcome instead highlights the imbalance between individual moments of greatness and collective stability. Title-winning teams are defined by their ability to protect leads, manage pressure, and minimise errors, and this match exposes how fragile those elements remain for Al Nassr. Each missed opportunity and defensive lapse now carries added weight because the margin for recovery continues to shrink. As the table tightens, the psychological toll of this setback begins to surface. Players know that chasing a title is not just about winning the next match, but about sustaining belief through adversity. Drop points plant seeds of doubt, and doubt spreads quietly, influencing decisions, movement, and confidence in subtle but decisive ways. Al Nassr are forced into a position where every upcoming fixture feels like a final, adding pressure that can either sharpen focus or overwhelm it. The title race does not wait for recovery, and rivals will see this moment as an invitation to pull further ahead. What makes this blow particularly painful is the sense that it was avoidable. The tools are there, the talent is undeniable, and moments like Ronaldo's goal prove that the ceiling remains high. Yet football rewards cohesion and concentration more than reputation, and this match becomes another reminder that championships are won by minimising chaos as much as creating brilliance. The frustration lies not in losing belief, but in knowing that belief alone is no longer enough. Execution, discipline, and mental resilience must align perfectly, especially when the pressure reaches its peak. For the fans, the result triggers a familiar mix of pride and disappointment. Pride in watching a legend continue to defy time, disappointment in seeing his efforts fail to translate into tangible progress in the title race. Supporters begin to calculate scenarios, points needed, and margins for error, fully aware that the road ahead has narrowed significantly. Every remaining match now carries a sense of urgency that borders on desperation, turning routine fixtures into high-stakes battles. In the broader context of the season, this setback reshapes expectations. The title remains mathematically possible, but emotionally it feels further away, demanding near perfection from this point forward. Al Nassr must confront uncomfortable truths about consistency and composure if they are to keep the dream alive, knowing that history will not remember how close they came, only whether they found a way to rise above the moments that threaten to derail everything they worked for. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like and subscribe